Sup, tribe? James here with your man Chase. Sup, Chase?
What's up? What's up? I'm making sure my headphones are okay. I think I'm good. It is cold again in Texas. Not sure what's going on, but what's up, brother?
Yeah,
How's everybody doing?
same here in South Africa, bro. Nice and weirdly cold,
Yeah.
man. Big welcome to Jay Kapoor, the product manager of Dexlyn. Dude, it's great to
Hi.
have you with us, man. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Super excited.
Jay, just give us in a nutshell, what is Dexlyn?
Okay, so Dexlyn is a complete DeFi ecosystem built natively for Supra. It has a native decentralized exchange where users can swap, add liquidity, stake their funds, and even bridge from EVM to Supra. You can also crowdsource funds using our launchpad. Apart from that, if you're looking for a .Supra identity, Supra naming service is where you go. So, in a nutshell, those are all the services that we offer on Dexlyn.
Dude, speaking of that, that brings me to a funny conversation. The other day, I was trying to get my Supra name server service, and I searched Chase, I searched Chase Winsel, I searched Chase Supra. Everything in my name was taken, and I was like, "Damn! All right, well, somebody got me. Good on them. I'll have to buy it from them. Good for them for getting it ahead of me." So I started like searching into like our other team members too. I searched Hoyt, I searched Kai, I searched James, and they were all taken. I was like, "Oh my god! Somebody went out there and bought every team member's name." I was like, "What a genius idea! This guy's probably going to get a bunch of money from all of us." And then so I reached out to the Dexlyn team, and I was like, "Hey, I just want to make sure. Like, there's one account that holds all of the Supra team members' names, and come to find out." It was actually Sid and the Dexlyn team did that for us. They put all of our names to the side to send off to us. So I thought it was almost a big brain play. It ended up just being a big brain play by y'all. So I wanted to say thank you for saving our names for us.
Yeah, you know it, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, we
Well,
definitely
awesome.
knew that it was going to be this kind of hype, and we're all publicly so active, so we always knew that there will be a chance where you won't even get like your name. So, seeing the initial hype, we just went ahead and kept all of them aside for you guys.
Yeah, it was so funny. It was just funny how like I was panicking. We were all like in a chat talking about it. Like, who is this guy?
Some rad forward thinking there from the team, man. Big ups,
Yeah.
bro. Thank you.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, let's hop right into it. I don't want to keep us holding for too long, so let's get right into some ecosystem news to start off with. So the biggest news is at the Super Showdown. We have announced the winners of season 1 of the Super Showdown, and we've been announcing them with a demo and an announcement throughout the last 2 weeks. We launched a dedicated ecosystem account last week, perfectly timed for the big news of the SDS winners. So please be sure to go and follow those accounts. I've been posting them with announcements under ecosystem news and announcements channels within the Discord and Telegram. The announcement was distributed to news outlets globally, like on Crypto Times and DL News, and revealed the 10 winners of season 1. We have short video clips and demos of each of the winners and their team on the Super Ecosystem X profile, with the final view yet to be released over the next few days. So again, please go follow that account. It's brand new. I think we only have a few hundred followers at this point. But also be on the lookout for Supra's announcements coming in the next 2 weeks for Common Fund and SuperNova Bridge as well. We also have some cool stuff cooking up that I can't really talk about. The Creative Bounty winners have been paid out for Creative Bounty 1. We also have Creative Bounty 2 coming soon. Just keep an eye out on X and announcements. I'm really good about posting everything in Discord. I know a lot of people are either, I'm on Discord all the time, or I'm on X all the time, I'm on Telegram all the time. We post them everywhere. So whatever your fancy is, you're going to get the information. So just stay on top of that.
Boom. $500 to 20 people, man. That creative bounty was that was a pretty epic first run, right?
Yeah, we got some fun videos out of it for sure.
All right, so let's move on to some of the big news in Web3 in general this week. Of course, I think the biggest one is everyone looking at their portfolios and the prices. Obviously, Trump imposed the global tariffs, and that resulted in a bit of a market shakeout. And we're not talking just Web3, we're talking global markets. So analysts saw risk assets like crypto facing short-term pressure, but still holding, obviously, the long-term potential that we all believe in. The immediate consensus is cautious, with crypto moving in lockstep with stocks. So that means they've slumped a bit. Bitcoin falling below $76,000, ETH below $1,500. The market shed billions amid fears of inflation, tighter liquidity, possible US recession even. So some analysts remain optimistic. They're suggesting that tariffs could actually weaken the dollar and traditional systems, which would boost crypto's appeal as a decentralized hedge, which is pretty exciting if you're, or optimistic if you have a big portfolio. Obviously, with Trump's pro-crypto promises, if they do actually materialize, that's pretty bullish. But short-term volatility dominates with predictions ranging from a Bitcoin crash down to 52K, or the flip side, the optimists are saying that it could surge past 150K. So broader outlook in general hinges on regulatory moves like Fed policy. So analysts are pretty split between near-term gloom or a bullish big picture. So I'm just real curious from you, Jay. Where do you stand, man? Do you think the bear market has started?
Oh, I think you're muted, Jay. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
No.
Yeah, I was just saying that, definitely I think a lot of the analyst reports are saying that, we are just at the cusp of, the bear market beginning, the recession starting. And it does seem that way because historically it has been that these kind of tariffs have reacted that way. So it wouldn't be totally out of bounds if the market does slip in that, but it's obviously, people are looking for assets to get out of the current stock market scenario, and crypto's right there. It's not controlled by any centralized entity, and I think that really shows the power of everything we're doing here.
Yeah, super interesting. I'm excited to see how this plays out, not only over the next month or two, like over the next 6 months. You know what I mean? Because this could be longer than we want it to be. I hope not. I'm optimistic. Okay, happily optimistic on this side of the
We have to remain bullish, right? Because we know what bear markets are like. Like if this is
so we've been here before. You know, like that first time meme, the first time meme where he's like looking at that guy's first time. It's like we've all been here before, bro.
By the way, have you watched where that meme comes from?
Absolutely.
Do you remember what it's called?
No, I don't. It's been years.
It is the
You don't even know.
Ballad of no, I remember. It is the Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
There it is.
I literally, when I searched that meme, I was like, I need to see this, and I found it. It's such a great movie. Check it out. Yeah, that one of James Franco looking over to his mate about to get hanged, and he's like, "First time, huh?"
Then he gets shot out of it. Yeah.
Let us hope that we're not about to get hanged.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jay. Well, let's dig into what Dexlyn's been up to, what the future holds for Dexlyn. So, Jay, and I'll ask this very bluntly: what motivated the Dexlyn team to build this exciting platform?
I mean, the main core idea, I think, always was to bring a centralized, experience on decentralized exchanges. That was where everything branched out of, and then we started doing the research. And obviously, we found that there are a lot of problems because, a lot of the team has been actively trading. I trade perpetuals on a regular basis. So we noticed that, there are high transaction costs, the network congestion, makes you get more fees. And at the end of all of it, there's no smooth user experience that you can bank on, right? And with Dexlyn, we not only wanted to change that, but we also wanted to change, improve on minor UX things. Like, for example, a lot of the other you bridge funds from one chain to the other, and then you're looking for gas, right? Because you have funds in your wallet, but you can't transact. And when we were making, our native bridge, we ensured that while the user is bridging their funds, they also get some funds in gas. And it's not, I would say, one big problem that we're trying to address, but a lot of these micro little problems that add to the user experience.
Yeah, that's a great point, though. But I mean, like, with the user experience is everything in Web3. And I see people talk about it all the time, how like just a user experience alone will pull users from another platform. And I think y'all are doing it the right way by solving problems that people didn't necessarily know that they had. You know what I mean? It's like the gas situation. Everybody's dealt with it when you're trying to bridge or relay gas. It's like, oh shit, okay, I got to transfer some gas to make the relay happen. But when you're thinking ahead of it and that's not a problem anymore, you're like, wow, that was a lot more easy than it should have been. You know what I mean? So great, well on you. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, Jay, dude, what made you guys choose Supra, and how has the journey been so far?
I mean, a lot of things actually. I mean, we definitely think that without Supra's tech, a lot of the things that we are trying to do would not be possible. And there's obviously a lot of love for the natively vertically integrated stack, right? You don't have to go to a Chainlink or a Gelato to kind of get off-chain data. Everything is kind of already optimized to work together. Because so we were discussing this about speed internally once, and we had a look at the tribe and clan architecture where you can get a finality on transaction with 50% of nodes, and that not only does not compromise on security at all, but it also enhances the speed with which transactions get confirmed. And it's a lot of those little things that made us realize that what we want to do will not be possible without Supra's natively integrated stack.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm excited to see y'all. It's crazy that y'all are still in phase one, and with y'all have had so much motion and movement already that like it makes me really excited for what y'all are bringing to Supra. I've talked with your team a lot just in DMs, and y'all are always really receptive to comments or questions that I have. Like legitimately, when I send y'all's X a DM, I get a response with it before I like close my Twitter out. I'm like, holy shit, all right, these guys are like on it all the time. So just respect from everybody here at the Super team for y'all doing y'all's staying on top of everything. It's incredible to see. And so moving on, do you mind sharing what the current TVL is on Dexlyn and kind of talking about being in phase one? Are y'all happy with that, considering that y'all still are in only phase one of your roadmap?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we are super excited. I think the current TVL is somewhere around 600K. We've had about 6-ish million worth of volume, USD worth of volume. And, the best part that we're seeing is we have a lot of active traders. So, despite the number when compared to other, decentralized exchanges on, other chains, the capital efficiency of this is very, very high. And that is something that we really like because it's there from day one, and our users are really excited to use the platform. And yeah, it is a very kind of a gratifying experience, if I were to say that.
Yeah,
I can imagine,
so.
dude.
Yeah, like building anything and having people like use it it has to be an incredible feeling. People use it and enjoy using it.
$6 million worth of trade already. Like you've just deployed this platform and you're hitting $6 million of trade. Like that must be exciting, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So we ran a promotion of the SUP this week, and in it we said that we wanted to talk to you guys about your use of AI. So some of your AI initiatives include the Dexlyn AI agent. That facilitates AI-powered token swaps and transfers through natural language commands. You also have the AI agent support, and that can set non-custodial limit orders, and that automatically executes predefined conditions when predefined conditions are met. I'm just really curious to see how far along your AI developments are, and when will users be able to start experimenting with them?
I mean, we have kind of built a couple of demos on this, and we do plan to get some of these stuff out there as soon as possible because we really love the ideas that this could work on. I mean, to be honest, like what DeFi did in a lot of sense is open the markets for everyone globally, and we really think that AI is going to do the same thing on information channels. Like, you don't have to be familiar with the complicated chart screen just to, place order on conditions. And one of the best parts of doing this with Supra is we can process completely non-custodial limit orders. So usually what happens is when you place a limit order, you specify the conditions, but your money also gets logged in. And because we're using Supra Autify in this, the money does not move from the user's wallet till the conditions specified by the users are met. But obviously, we're waiting on the mainnet release of Autify, and we are planning, very soon after the testnet release to get some of this stuff out there on the testnet.
Yeah, that's incredible. I've seen a couple of the demos, and I mean, like the stuff that they was doing on the demo is it makes your grandma could be a trader. Your grandma could learn to trade legitimately. Your grandma could be longing and short in Ethereum right now and not knowing anything about what she's doing. It was crazy to watch how simple it was. I was like, I could legitimately you could be working a full-time job and have an AI trading bot working for you through Dexlyn and legitimately make some money on the side, or lose some money on the side sometimes too. Yeah. But I'm saying it's that easy and it's incredible to watch. Speaking of just,
I mean, that's basically the user story, right? Like that's the UX experience we're hoping for. Your grandma should be able to.
That's the marketing slogan. Your grandma will be able to trade with Dexlyn.
Your grandma can use. It's generative UI, right? Like it's not even generative AI. It generates the components that would be required for you to place the trade. Right. You're actually placing the order through the AI, and you have complete control over your funds. You have complete security, what natively Supra and Dexlyn are offering.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible. And speaking about AI, how do you guys envision the role of AI in the DeFi space over the next few years? Obviously, just within the last 2 years, I mean, we've seen the advancements of what's been able to happen. And I'm not talking about just from DeepSeek or ChatGPT. I'm talking about through companies like Dexlyn. The strides that y'all are making, and it's only 2 years into really the big AI wave. Where do you envision this in the space within the next few years?
I mean, I think it's something that happens with progression of time. Is you get better tools, and then those tools find their spaces within ecosystems. With AI, I think it's going to be heavily integrated, especially in DeFi, just because there are so many applications, right? It removes what you have to know. It removes, a lot of the things that you face while using a complicated DEX. Like if you were to hop on a perpetual screen right now, you would need a couple of minutes to just get used to the amount of information that is on screen. And that is one of the biggest problems that I think AI will be able to solve. It will also, a lot of this conversation is also related to intent-based trading, because that is also something that AI is going to be heavily integrated within, where you don't specify the trades, right? You specify your intents, much like how you would do financial planning with an insurance agent or a financial planner. You're using AI to do all of that, and it's not just one time that is going on for decades. You can do that every single day, every single trade. Just specify your intents, just specify the amount of risk that you are willing to take, and the AI has your back. And I think a lot of I think because of these reasons, it will be heavily integrated in DeFi.
I think you touched on something that is so valuable: risk management. Because a lot of people get caught up in their emotions when they're trading, and they're like, "Shit, I have to make that trade back. I have to make that trade back." But let's say you put some risk management on it, and you let the bot work for you, just as you said, and you're letting it do the legwork for you. You're letting it it's taking the guessing out of it. It's using algorithms. It's using data to make actually data-driven decisions for you. It's not an emotional decision to where I'm trying to get my trade back. I'm not trying to recoup money I just lost and pissed off now. And I think that's a really, really good idea, especially for daily traders or just side traders that do it for fun. And kind of speaking on AI and really changing the game, I do want to bring up the Studio Ghibli issue. And I don't even want to call it an issue because of how cool it was, but I do want to bring up the fact that we are seeing a time and age where creators, and I mean animators, creatives, to where they are really, I would have to assume that they're nervous. Sam Altman's servers were melting legitimately last week because of how many people were doing Studio Ghibli art. Like, what's your take on it? How do you feel about the whole Studio Ghibli situation as a whole?
I mean, it's definitely kind of a murky situation, mainly because of the backlash that's happening there. A lot of people are calling it not art, and I think they're right to say that as well. But also, I think that it's not. I mean, I usually think of advancements in AI in this way. It's if there's a better tool to do something,
Yep.
the people in the profession are going to use it. So, I mean, it's definitely. For me, another important idea is also democratization of art. And for the first time in history, we have kind of lowered the skill level for you to be able to make art. Uh, and obviously, there is the whole IP infringement debate here that
Yeah,
I would,
dude.
yeah, definitely like to avoid. But it was not under copyright, so you can't really say, right,
Yeah.
who's in the right here. But do I think that, having said all of that, people will be able to make art more easily? Maybe, some guy in Mappa Animations or CD Projekt Red, maybe some of the repetitive tasks that they had to do in graphical representations, like maybe that'll get easier, maybe that'll get faster. Definitely, yes, and I'm excited for all of those use cases. But yeah, there's a lot to be thought about here, especially from the copyright things.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if you saw it, but I saw as soon as the day it happened, when the update happened for ChatGPT and everybody was doing the Studio Ghibli kind of mock-ups of their profile pictures, I saw somebody release a Lord of the Rings trailer, and he was like, "I spent 2 hours and $250 and made a trailer." Brother, let me tell you that this looked like a legitimate Studio Ghibli designed piece, production. It was flawless and incredibly done. I was literally mind blown. So I started messing
That's
with it a little bit.
crazy.
I was doing pictures of like me and my family, and I'm like, this is absolutely insane. And of course, you do feel for the artist a little bit. But in my mind, it's like, well, why don't they use this to the advantage in the way that, like, for streamlining creative thought process? Like, so sketching takes a long time to do. If you're trying to draw up a new idea, you're trying to sketch up. Thank you, Hoyt. You're trying to sketch up something. The thought process sometimes takes a lot of time. It's a lot harder to put your vision to pen than it is to put your words to keyboard. So you can kind of get a draft out. You get an idea of this is the route you want to go. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is how I'm going to draw it. Maybe I use this as like a rough template or something. So I do see how it can be beneficial to an artist as you're streamlining processes. But I do understand the opposite side of that coin, to where artists are like, what the hell, man? I've worked my whole life to be a good artist.
Yeah.
I have 10,000 hours of drawing. And now this guy, Chase from Houston, that's never picked up a pencil, just created one of the most beautiful productions I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So it is funny to see how this will change the direction of creatives as a whole. But I do think there are a lot of great things come out of it, but I do think that there are a lot of, not so great things that will come out of it as well.
And there'll be a lot of short-term turbulence to all of this. I mean, eventually, it's definitely going to be an additional tool that everyone is using, but there is definitely consideration of the artist rights here.
Yeah.
What about concerns in general, like especially for traders and community users that you guys are serving? How do you guys address those concerns amongst users, especially about having AI making trading decisions on their behalf? If there are users in your community concerned about that, is there a sort of strategy to address those concerns? Do you just roll ahead anyway? Is it a communication situation? What do you say to those kind of people that have those concerns?
I mean, the first thing I would say is that that's not what's happening. I mean, not only that, but it's not going to happen for a little while. Mainly because the AI is trading on your behalf. Sure, that is correct. But it is based on the parameters that you have provided. It is based on the intent that you have provided. And a lot of the times, like a lot of the applications right now are, you also specify what amounts that you want to trade. And I think the kind of larger question or the point of concern here would be that the AI is making decisions that are not in line with the intent of the user, or like higher than the risk ratio that the user is willing to take. And those are definitely genuine concerns that developers have accounted for in the current iterations of the kind of AIs that are out there. For us specifically, the way we have structured our AI offerings, the user is 100% of the time in control. And everything is processed, like every transaction you do obviously goes through a Starkey wallet, and you have to give a confirmation, okay, this is what I wanted, this is what I specified, and this is what's about to happen. Like, these are the amounts of trades that are about to be processed, and you provide a confirmation as the user. Obviously it's different for limit orders, but again, there also you're kind of defining the parameters for the AI.
All right. So talking about users, let's get a real life use case example. Show us Dexlyn. Give us a rundown. For those that have never seen Dexlyn in action, seen the UI, if you can just present your screen and take us through Dexlyn for the first time to those that have never seen it before.
Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second. Let me just set it
Yeah,
up.
no worries, man. No worries. Chase, when AI becomes available, AI traders and AI bots becomes available, when are you clicking go?
Yes, immediately.
My response is when my wallet is full enough.
Yeah, exactly. That too. And speaking of, we're 30 minutes in. If anybody does have any questions that we would like to ask Jay, or if y'all would like to ask James or I at the end of the show, please be like this possum and get on the line and ask us some questions. Throw them in the comments. We'll be sure to Poon and Hoyt find those for us and get us to put them to the side for us at the end, and we'll answer any questions that you may have, and Jay will do the same.
Sweet. Great AI art, how the possum has this random hand coming out of its chest. The folded arm, like a random arm coming out of his chest, and then another arm holding a phone.
He's the best.
It's great that AI still can't draw properly.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
guys ready to? Yeah,
let's see it.
Jay, we're ready, man.
okay. So this is basically the swap screen. Here is where you spend time most during trading. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the swap feature right now, and you can see that we do have charts that will also tell you historical performances within the pool, right? And you can definitely play around with it, understand what all of these pointers are, and how these show value, how these show volume. So I'm just gonna process the trade now, and yeah, it's asking me to give a confirmation in the Starkey wallet. Just gonna go ahead and do that.
No worries. Make sure that you're safe and do that. So that's a nice example that is actually live and not just a sort of video you've put together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And the transaction is submitted. Every time you process the transaction, you get a confirmation here. And basically now what you can do is go to the liquidity pools. As you can see, these are all the pools that are listed on the site. This is the current value locked in the pool, the 24-hour volume, the fees that has been collected, and the APR. So if I want to add liquidity here, for example, I can just specify, okay, here's in either one of the boxes, here's the amount of funds that I want to add, and just send a confirmation. And that's it.
What?
Does
it show you the current yield on that pool?
Yeah, it's this number right here, the APR.
6.3%.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if you are kind of looking for more yields, right now our delegation pools are also open. And what you can do is the LP tokens that I got from adding liquidity, I can just add those LP tokens here, and they'll be locked for 3 months. And this particular pool, like this is the final pool among the delegation pools that we have, and this gets you an API of 18%. Nice. So I'm just gonna add liquidity here. And the best part about all of this is not only I'm making this 18% now based on my position here, I am also earning the revenue from the fees in the pool APR.
Right.
So it's kind of your capital is working double time for you and getting you all these returns while you can, just be passively involved and trade when the market suits, right?
And that's funny. I look so. I love the UI and UX of this. It's so simple
Yeah,
and
it's very
smooth.
cool.
And if you've listened to any of these sups, every time we have a demo, it's like the one thing I always like to harp on. Like the UX UI is something that it's near and dear to my heart. As a design lover, as somebody that's been in marketing a long time, when people make it easy for me, it's like I just fucking love it so much. So your team is killing it. Y'all are killing it over at Dexlyn, and I'm so excited. Is there anything else you want to show
And
us?
we are like ours is a process that goes on, right? We are actively improving this UI, and very soon we're gonna enhance all of this a little bit more, so that based on the feedback that we have gotten from users so far, everything is optimized and just ready to be clicked. Because while you're trading, those sub-second finalities matter, and now we're really optimizing the site ahead of perpetuals, ahead of concentrated liquidity, to get users that sub-second finality.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Speaking of demos, would you be able to demo the AI for us, or would we not be able to see that yet?
That's actually only in development environments.
Okay, yeah. I
Right
knew I
now.
was reaching, but I had to ask. I've seen it in the demo video, so if you could show it on live, I was like, I have to ask. I have to
Yeah.
ask if I can see it. But
Only
I mean,
Chase,
we can't
only
wait for
Chase.
users to play around on that, to be
dude,
honest. Like, we're
I
waiting
can't
on the
wait.
testnet release here, to be honest.
I can't wait to play with it. It looks incredible, and just the way how seamless it seemed, and how it was. The way I'm not going to spoil too much. It looked incredible. Everybody should be excited to see it when they do announce it. And speaking of the community and them being excited, something that the community is very excited about is the Perp contracts and Perp trading on Dexlyn. You're leveraging our leading Oracle data feeds. When will Perps be available on Dexlyn, and what is the best part of building on Supra?
Perpetuals, as you know, are derivatives on spot crypto assets, and that will be available on Dexlyn in June. We'll be doing a beta rollout in June, and then the full rollout in July. And just to kind of go over the second question. I mean, we kind of knew we wanted to do perpetuals from day one, and it is also one of the reasons why we wanted to work with Supra on this. And let me just show you this from contrast. So you have other platforms like Hyperliquid, right, who use Arbitrum 1 as their settlement layer. They did have to create an L1 from scratch to support, on-chain limit orders, your on-chain liquidation engine, on-chain order book. Now, because we are building on Supra, we don't have to do that. I mean, it's kind of really neat. We've divided it into two parts. There's a settlement layer and keeper functions. And, both of those are already under development. And basically, the settlement layer will be completely on-chain. That'll be on Supra. And the keeper functions, that will be leveraging Supra's Autify, to confirm user orders.
Damn, man. Like,
Yeah,
just alpha
I
everywhere
know.
we look. give us a chance. Give us a chance here, man.
We're gonna have a hard time cutting this video up for like content
Yes.
because there's like so much alpha being dropped.
I've heard the term keeper functions in some of your docs, some of the interviews that you've been on, but I think it's a new term for a lot of people. So what exactly, just explain to us what exactly is keeper functions and what is unique about them?
So, keeper functions is, kind of something that we came up with while planning the architecture. And, basically keeper functions are your on-chain limit order book, your on-chain order matching engine, your on-chain liquidation management. You have stuff like auto deleveraging, basically everything except the settlement layer. That's basically the purview of keeper functions. And not to get too technical here, but basically keeper functions is something that allows us to build an actual fully on-chain perpetual exchange without having to, build a layer 1 from scratch using Supra's AutoFi.
I love
Yeah.
that, using Supra's AutoFi. That's something that we love to hear, because that's exactly what we're building it for. We want the dApps to be leveraging the AutoFi environment that we're creating. So exciting
Yeah, and we
times,
don't have to
man.
build an L1 from scratch like Hyperliquid just because there's AutoFi.
Yeah, and it's so awesome hearing like people from projects that are building on Supra, especially for like Dexlyn, saying like we wouldn't be able to do stuff like we are doing on Supra anywhere else. So that's why we're building on Supra. It's like that is such an awesome thing to hear, especially being on the team and seeing how hard everybody works. It's like that. It makes us happy to hear people like you, especially guys that know exactly what they're doing, building incredible platforms. To say that means a lot from the team and I. So let's keep it moving. So Trading Game Season 2, baby, it's coming. Coming on Dexlyn. Tell us more, and especially for people that don't know, tell us what it is as well.
Yeah, so this is the continuation of the testnet campaign that we did, where users were able to trade in, assets pegged to real world values. Trading Game Season 2 is, we like to say bigger, better, more rewards. But it's not only just that. It's Trading Game Season 2. One of the best parts is it's going to be on testnet and on mainnet, not just limited to testnet. And obviously there's different criteria here. So the way that we're planning things right now, on testnet, you'll have a criteria to make profits, and you'll be getting points according to that. On mainnet, everything you do, every single transaction you do, you swap, you add liquidity, you remove liquidity, you stake, anything you do, you get points for that. At the end of each week, those points will be converted to Dexlyn tokens. And that will continue to go on, for the entire community allocation that we have. So obviously there will be an initial airdrop for our early adopters from the community allocation. But we're ensuring that the people who use Dexlyn are not only rewarded, but regardless of whether you're making a profit or loss, you're always earning Dexlyn token, and that is something that we feel would really, empower the community.
Yeah. I have a question to follow up on that. So you said users get rewarded with every transaction, which I think is great for especially the normal guy, the Joe Schmo trading very small amounts here and there, adding liquid to pools. But what about the whales, like us? Yeah. What about the whales though? Are they being do they get any rewards for doing larger trades, or is it strictly based off of the number of trades that you do, or like instead of volume? I guess is what I'm asking.
Okay, I am not super sure if I should.
Oh wait. Okay, no. Hey, let's. We don't.
But,
you don't it's
too
up
much
to you.
alpha. Too
it's
much
up to
alpha.
you. But yeah, definitely we are taking into account a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
And we're trying to encourage every kind of trader there is. So amongst our campaigns for this, we are also going to be open sourcing some of the general template trading bots, so the users can use that and place automated trades as well. And really what we want to do is empower users with everything. We'll give them the complete open source code for trading bots with general basic strategies that users can plug and play around according to their risk parameters. We are going to be doing something for institutional volume investors. We're also ensuring that in light of all of that, the regular average Joe does not get affected. Yeah. So it is a lot of a layered plan that we have in the mix right now, and we actually, me personally, I can't wait to start talking about it because it's something that's really exciting for me.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. Yeah, I can imagine. What about eligibility? Is it going to be on test or mainnet?
Yes. So basically everyone is eligible for this. The only criteria for this is it's the transactions on our platform, right? Whether you're a new user, you're coming to us on week 50 and you start making trades, you get points. It's not like you have to be there from day one. It's not like you have to be there for all the days. everyone's eligible in a nutshell. And it will be on testnet and on mainnet both, but both will have different criteria. On testnet there'll be profit maximization, which will be the greatest criteria. You earn the most amount of profits, and we're going to be converting those into points, and then based on those points you'll get your Dexlyn tokens. On mainnet, it's for activities. So it is kind of an incentivized, adoption plan, you can say, that we have for the next good while, because it's going to be an ongoing campaign.
Yeah, I love that, which I think it needs to be, right? Like onboarding more users to the platform is a huge deal, and this is a fun way to do it. Like you said, rewarding all users, no matter who they are or what they're trading. If they're a big loser at trading like I am, still get some rewards, baby. It's the best. It's the best. So concentrated liquidity is also something that's coming to Dexlyn. Tell us what it is and how will it add value to Supra's ecosystem?
Okay, so very high level stuff. Concentrated liquidity pools are different from the current AMM implementations that we have within Supra ecosystem. In a way that this is where a trader can specify, basically which range their liquidity is going to be utilized in. Now, why that's so important? Because when you're talking institutional investors, deep liquidity is something that's kind of a really important consideration. And this will allow users like that to have much more control over the liquidity, because it's not like we want to kind of de-incentivize non-active users, but for users who are super active and who can make this sort of their main thing, if they are actively managing their liquidities, keeping the price range within the range of where the market is trading the token in, you can even make multiple times return than the pool APR. It's just it's plain and simple. It's you manage your liquidity well, you keep it within the specified range, and you make more money.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like
I love it.
hyper alpha.
Yes,
basically,
man.
what you can make more than the APR that is available. Like there's not much more alpha that you need right there. What about effortless decentralized trading across chains? I'm curious about that. I've seen that mentioned in some of your communications. Effortless decentralized trading across chains. What inspired you guys to tackle cross-chain inefficiencies as a core mission of Dexlyn?
Cross-chain really came into the conversation with Supra. Obviously, we realized ahead of the launch that, we will need a way for users to come from other chains like EVM, which have a majority of the value locked to Supra. And that is why we kind of built our, EVM to Supra bridge. But having said that, there's a lot of fragmentation within in liquidity. There's the L chain dilemmas. We're talking separate chains, but there's fragmentation of liquidity within different layers of the same chain, right? Like you have to bridge your tokens from L2 to L1. And that's something that we think really kind of takes away from user experience. Like I mentioned earlier, what if you bridge your funds and don't have gas? Like what happens then? Your funds are basically locked in a wallet till you do KYC on a centralized platform and then liquidate those assets. And that's basically why we kind of wanted cross-chain to be a big part of our mission. And also because we're building on Supra, and Supra supports cross VM messaging natively, which I don't think any chain does as of now. I'm pretty sure there's no move chain that does that. And that is also something that is going to empower us to have cross VM transactions super easily.
Yeah, that's super interesting. I love
that was also the bull train. That was the bull train.
Yeah, if you're not bullish now, you heard it coming through, baby. You heard it in the background.
the bull train is coming straight through the Dexlyn head office, brother.
Yeah, exactly. So talk to us about the IDO launchpad. When will it be ready? What will it be offering founding teams? And are there any projects currently planning to launch and offering anytime soon?
The launchpad is actually already live, and
Oh.
it's going. Yeah, and to tell you a little bit, more about the projects that are coming on, we are actively having conversations with a lot of team about it. Obviously, it's a scenario where our DAO is not currently active, so we are managing some parts of it. Eventually, it's going to be processed in a way where the DAO makes these decisions as to which projects get approved and not. Uh, but yeah, a lot of stuff coming on Dexlyn's Launchpad. There is a real world asset tokenization platform that's going to be hosting their NFT sales through our Launchpad, and I think we'll be announcing that within the next week as well. So yeah, just to give you a quick answer on that without giving away too much.
Nice.
Yeah, that's literally the kind of question that I want to ask about the IDO, like the IDO Launchpad. Are you able to give us insights into any of those projects that are going to launch, or is it you got to remain tight-lipped?
I mean, yeah, I don't think there's much of an issue. So I think we've announced a little bit on this on our X as well. Demonopole, the RWA asset tokenization platform, is going to be processing their NFT sales through our launchpad.
Nice.
And
Wow.
yeah, we're going to be announcing some dates very soon. But it will be within the next few weeks where that campaign starts.
Nice. That's exciting, man.
Boom. Let's go. Right. Sorry, it's me. I'm reading this. I'm reading the next question here. I'm thinking to myself, Chase, it's your question. Then I realized
I was reading the chat. Question. I didn't even know.
My bad. Just to mention, by the way, that mention of Demonopole is really cool because we have had Jay on our Super dApp Builders series, and we've also had Demonopole on the Super dApp Builders series. So you guys can go check that out on Supra's YouTube. Find the playlist. Super dApp Builders podcast is there. And Jay's podcast just got released. It was uploaded a couple of days ago. And so Demonopole's interview is there and Jay's interview. So it's kind of cool to see that integration happening as well between Demonopole and Dexlyn. That's awesome. A couple more features that I want to talk about here. The Super Name service, obviously we've chatted a little bit about it, but I just want to know if you can share any cool facts about, say, how many names have been booked. I'm not sure if you have that kind of data. Are you able to track the usage of those names? And are people starting to use them for Supra wallet transactions?
Yeah, I think that's a majority of the people. I think there's some close to around 20K names that have been sold so far. And, we keep getting this feedback that this has made it super simple because we don't have to use wallet addresses anymore. And I think a lot of the people are...
I want to jump in. I'm going to jump in real quick. Did you say 20K names?
Yeah.
Wow. 20,000 names reserved so far. Okay, cool. Just wanted to clarify that. Okay.
Yeah. And, users are using their Supra names. You set your name as primary on SupraNS, and basically what you can do is transact wallet to wallet just using your name. And we have a good volume of users that are using it for that. I mean, it's super simple. And it does, I think, go in line with the vision that we had, that, we have to simplify DeFi in a way that makes it a little bit more centralized, but also a little bit more easy for the average Joe to use.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I'm sure everybody remembers when they first created their wallet and somebody asks you, well, what's your wallet address? And you're like, what? What are you talking about? Oh, I need your wallet address. Go and copy paste it.
I don't know what my wallet address is.
And then you copy paste it and you're like, brother, this looks like language from another planet. Are you sure this is where it needs to be going? It is difficult to understand. It is difficult to read through. And if it's your first time sending a transaction, you know how you sit there and you're looking at every single letter, every single number, making sure it's perfect. But now,
especially if it's a large sum, you're like,
yes,
oh,
but now
once is right.
Once you're a grizzled vet, you remember your last four, and if that's correct, I'm sending the funds, baby. So if you're looking for me,
it's definitely first 5, middle four, last
Oh,
five.
no. I'm last
That's my
four.
strategy.
Yeah, I'm
That's
last
it
four
for
too,
you?
man.
Last four and send it, baby.
Last four,
We'll deal with
baby.
the repercussions
No, man.
later.
Yeah,
With all
exactly.
those copy paste hacks, I'm like front four, middle five, last four. That's
That
it,
is
bro.
so funny. Yeah, dude, I'm so happy that y'all got all of our names because I honestly was I wanted Chase more than anything. And I was like, all right, if I don't get Chase, Chase Wenzel's cool or Super Chase is cool. All of them were gone, but they have Chase. And to be able to rock like Chase as a super name service, like that's so badass. So thank you. Thank y'all. This is going to make things so much more incredibly useful. Somebody asked in the
Just
chat
gonna
real
say
quick.
that
Okay, go
we
ahead.
only got chase.supra, right? Like Supra chase, that's not us.
Oh, go. Well, okay. Somebody got me.
Sorry for you,
I think that's
Chase.
really
Sorry for
famous,
you.
man.
Somebody
Yeah.
got me. Somebody asked in the YouTube chat. It says chat with Supra names. So I don't know if I understand the question, but is he trying to insinuate you would be able to send chats with usernames eventually, or chats to usernames?
Oh man, that's I'm not super sure. I mean, that is definitely something that will enhance the user experience multifold. Obviously, you don't have to remember wallet addresses to send
Yeah.
messages in, but I think it would be much more beneficial if users can do that through Star Key Wallet,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because it would be so much more efficient if you can do it right through your wallet. Obviously, you'll have to have like a off channel UX thing where you are registering the domain name somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is something that Starkey team should definitely consider adding.
All right, Starkey team. That's on you now. I tried to put it on Jay. He put it back on y'all. All right, let's get it figured out. So let's talk about like DeFi as a whole. If you could, theoretically wave a magic wand that you got from Harry Potter or whomever and fix one thing in DeFi today, what would that be? And how do you see Dexlyn leading the charge in fixing that?
One thing.
Or it
I
could be
mean,
two.
yeah,
Two or
I mean,
three is
I
fine.
think, yeah, I think a lot of the issues that I have, with the current DeFi ecosystem, come from liquidity fragmentation. It is just for the same project. If you're multi-chain, you're one part of the liquidity on one network and the other is somewhere else. So if I could maybe, right now what we're doing is solving the problems that it has created. Like, Supra with multi-VM support is kind of the final step in the solution of that problem, right? But if I could go back, I would definitely, maybe just prevent it from happening. Maybe just like you solve the blockchain dilemma before you make a tuning computer, man. Just yeah.
That's funny.
All right. Now, I think I'm going to ask this last question, then we'll just wrap through a couple of user questions, Jay. What's your ultimate vision for Dexlyn? How does Dexlyn fit into the broader DeFi landscape? Ultimate vision for what you guys are building.
The ultimate vision is we want to be, the liquidity engine for Supra. Like first look on the tech, we knew a lot of the great dApps are going to be built on this. A lot of the dApps that actually bring the next billion users. Like we talk about it a lot, but the actual tech to support the next billion users, we definitely think that Supra. And while that happens, we kind of are positioning ourselves to be the liquidity engine of these real world asset tokenization projects that are going to come, gaming projects that are about to launch, because like Chase said, it is also a lot of things are possible for the first time using Supra.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're trying to be a DeFi ecosystem where user does not have to go outside of the ecosystem to maybe crowdsource their funds or buy their .supra identities or swap or get some passive income in line with what Supra is doing with their vertically integrated stack.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So We don't want to keep you too long. The last couple of these, we've ran over like 20 minutes, and we know everybody that works on these teams is super busy, as we all are. I know you taking an hour out of your day is huge, and we appreciate you doing it for us, Jay. We really do. Thank you for coming on with us. But I do have. Let's go through a couple questions we see in the comments and whatnot. So the first one that I'm seeing is comments asking about Robbie. There's a Robbie coin, I think, on Dexlyn right now, and they're asking about can you take a Robbie tag down?
Yeah, so I think that's related to the unverified tag, I think. And, we are working with the project teams actively to ensure that, the requirements for verification are met sufficiently.
Yep.
Mainly because, currently we want to ensure that the users don't get duped, right? Like that's the primary concern for us. And, we are talking with the Robbie team. We're also talking with a couple of more teams of the meme coins that are there on the platform, and we're going to be, some of those teams have already passed our verification criteria, and we're going to be, removing some of those tags very soon.
Awesome. I think that's a really good point for you to, even as a user of that experience, to hear that your team is doing the due diligence to kind of cross the T's, dot the I's, speak to these teams that are launching these coins to verify that they're actually real teams. You're not just going to rug all of your users at the end of this, and you're actually trying to build something cool in a community to start at that. So I love that. And salute to y'all for doing so, because a lot of times it doesn't happen. And then these coins that just get all this traction because whether it's KOL pumps, whether it's just fake pumps in the market, team pumps, and then they rug pull. And then you have all these people that were hoping to make a little bit of money that are now gone. So to y'all to just kind of step in, act as some sort of security layer is a huge salute from me and the team over here.
Yeah, I mean, more to that point, we also, it's basically a very short form, but we also take the LP burn hash from them, right, from the team. So, you have a on-chain proof that the LP for this has been burned, and there won't be a rug pull, basically.
That's incredible.
But obviously, there's an inherent risk trading meme coins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure. No, I mean, anyone trading meme coins has to understand that.
I hope so.
Yeah, as I said that, I was like, yeah, there are millions of people that got rugged by Hut Tours meme and the Argentinian president's meme.
I got rugged by Barron.
Anyway,
he got me.
Well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, but I'm hoping, Chase, that you put in funds that you are willing to lose.
I took my remaining Pepe. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to dump it all into Barron because I missed Trump. I'm just going to dump it all into Barron. I think it was like, I don't know, 300 and something bucks. I woke up and it was worth $4. I was like, oh my God. I go, I guess I'm just holding it at this point.
Correct, bro. Correct. No, you take those $4, you go buy yourself a coffee. End of story.
Dude, you can't buy coffee for $4. Are you crazy?
What? Oh man, I forget you live in Texas, man. Sorry for you. Now, I'm curious about this one. This is a good question that came from X. Is it possible to point to SupraNS to my website?
Yeah, I don't think that should be much of an issue. But it is something that, there's a little bit of support that needs to be added from our end as well. But also, decentralized websites usually have decentralized hosting services as well. And I think there's a little bit of lack of those kind of services that are being supported right now. So yeah, I think it won't be long before you'll be able to do that as well, because we're actively working on this. We're actively adding more features to SupraNS as well, and a lot of that stuff is in the pipeline. I think we talked about this on our X space as well. That we are coming up with a complete marketplace that's coming to the platform in June. So yeah, definitely something that will be possible down the line.
Nice. I love it. And so this is more of a Both of these are compliments, or I guess just comments, but I want to ask a question after this.
Okay.
So Bless Lab says Trading Game Season 2 will be on mainnet. Wow. And then Jordan on X says Trading Game is a great strategy. Gather real users, reward real users. I have to assume that this was part of the thought process and planning of this strategy. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, adoption is one of the effects that we're trying to achieve. But, there's also this problem where, you kind of, a lot of what takes away experience from, DeFi trading is that your losses sometimes don't have capital, especially with stuff like perpetuals, like where your liquidation means your entirety of the position is getting wiped out. And in that case, there is no kind of like silver lining for the users. And that is something that, when we were planning the community allocation of the tokens, it just came to us that, oh, hey, is that a question that we could address? Like, is that something that we could solve? And, I think that 15-minute meeting turned to a 2-hour meeting. But we realized that we could actually solve at least a little bit of that. And that was also kind of the thought process behind it, to ensure that the users are making money even when they are making a loss on their trades.
Rewarding people like Chase in the industry is a wonderful thing you should do. People like me that just don't, that I think I know what I'm doing, and then I put money into Baron Trump coin. And so maybe don't follow my trades.
It went up before it went down, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You got me following my trades on SuperScan. That's all I'm saying.
You always got to remember it did go up before it went down. But,
Exactly.
Chase buys it on the way down. Chase buying it on the way down.
I am the exit
top.
volume, the very top, dude. I looked where I bought, like legitimately. I could not have bought at a worse minute, like legit the very next minute down like $40 from where it was.
So Chase is basically the exit liquidity.
I'm the top signal. If you see Chase.Supra buy anything, sell. I'm top signal everywhere I go.
One day you'll get one right, brother. All right, this is while we're having fun and bantering around. This is the Supra group on X. They want to know if you would be interested in working in the UK. So if you want a sponsorship in the UK, you can get in touch with Supra Group on X. They want to know if that's something that you'd be interested in.
I mean, thank you so much for the offer, man. That's definitely a new feedback. But yeah, thank you, for being so kind to offer that. Definitely have my hands full with Dexlyn right now, though. Like, that is for the foreseeable future. That is where I'm at.
I think also I can see where you're going as well. I mean, England are rubbish at cricket. Why would you want to go to the UK? It's as simple as that, really.
Yeah, I mean, there's universal healthcare, so that's not bad. Like,
well, there is that as well. I think, Chase, we can pretty much wrap it up in terms of. Okay, one more question. Do you want to ask that one from Abhinav Kumar?
Yeah, for sure. So last question, hosting with Pinata for my website, can Dexlyn integrate with them? Is that possible?
Not super sure. I would have to have a look at Pinata's architecture. So maybe what you could do is send this query in our support channels, and we'll talk with the dev team internally, and if that is something that we can provide you immediately, let's do it, man.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Let's work together on this.
I love it. And again, I just want to kind of salute y'all again for how quickly your support team and your team is to answer inquiries. Like, legitimately, I've reached out to y'all 3 times. I've got a response immediately, like within a couple minutes from your team every time, no matter what time of the day it is. I work odd hours. I live in Texas, but I'm up at like 2 to 3 a.m. working all the time. And I'll send messages then, and y'all respond to me then as well. So shout out to you and the team. You're really doing a great job. I think anybody that sat through this spaces today is feeling more bullish on Dexlyn than they were before. And if you weren't following Dexlyn before, they're definitely following them now. So I'm excited for the trading game. I'm going to lose some money. But I'm gonna gain some money too, baby. So what are you gonna do about it?
I can't wait to trade against Chase. That's all I'm saying.
Brother, I trade against myself. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So it's
that's the
basically
thing,
player
yeah.
one, player two has connected. Now let's begin the.
Yeah.
We're in. Chase is the guy you want to be playing against. You know, like when you're playing a game, it's 1v1 on like the old school PS2 or PS3. You know, it's like, I want to play that guy. I want to play him. That's the dude I want to play against.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but Jay, thank you so much, man. We really appreciate your time. You guys really are cooking, and we wish you all the very best for what's coming. AI agents on the way. That's huge. There's a whole bunch of alpha that you've released here, and we just really appreciate it. To everyone that's been watching, don't forget to follow Dexlyn Labs, one word, on X. That's the profile right there. You can't miss it. Dexlyn Labs on X. Jay, you guys are cooking. You guys are doing such a great job, and thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man. It was wonderful talking.
Absolutely. I had a blast, Jay. It's always great talking to you. Let's do this again soon. James, always a pleasure every week, brother. I love seeing your face. You look beautiful today, man. Jay, you look handsome too, brother. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week.
You do, man. Thank you.